It's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com and Santarelli Trading Exchange. I hope everyone had a really great weekend and they're ready for the trading week this week. We got a lot of stuff going on. Futures were in the green about 250 points last night, and we've since retraced and pulled back. So let's get started here. So you guys can see, first off, make sure you go to the App Store, download our app, Breaking Chart Alerts. It's free. Get trade alerts and instant news in your pocket for free. Alrighty, guys, next thing, go down to our YouTube channel if you guys enjoy watching these pre-market videos, and if you guys could subscribe to our channel, click that like button, and then click that bell to get notified every time we go live or post something. Greatly help us out there. Alrighty, let's go over here, the top news for this morning here that's affecting the markets. So first thing, we're going to start off with the 5 things from Bloomberg to start your days with. Tensions remain high over Ukraine. That's number 1 on that list there from Bloomberg. It's PMI day, and Bitcoin drops again. So war risk, that's number 1 here from Bloomberg, especially there if Mike's watching us. Take a look there. Number 1, war risk. The U.S. ordered family members of diplomats to leave Ukraine during continued threat of Russian military action. The move came after talks last week failed to end the standoff. The UK government warned that Russia is plotting to install a pro-Kremlin government in Ukraine. Russian troops are building in Belarus ahead of exercises planned for early next month. With neither side showing any signs of backing down, markets are starting to take notice. In Europe, the main worry is that supplies of natural gas could be choked off just when they needed it the most. The Swiss franc hit the highest level against the euro since June of 2015 as the currency gets haven bids. Next thing here is growth. Purchasing Managers Survey data showed a mixed outlook for growth. In France and Germany, there was a better-than-expected rise in manufacturing activity, while the services sector showed signs of continued pressure from pandemic curbs. Across the euro area as whole, the services reading was at 51.2, the slowest expansion since April. Survey respondents continued to cite rising costs as a key concern. UK data showed that firms aggressively raised prices in January in an attempt to cover input costs. PMI numbers for the U.S. economy are published later this morning. A bad week in here for Bitcoin. The plunge in Bitcoin is continuing this morning, with the largest cryptocurrency trading close to $33,000 per coin this morning, a loss of more than 50% from its all-time high in November. Ether, the second largest token, has lost almost a third of its value since Thursday. Meme coins such as Dogecoin have also tumbled. Bitcoin's correlation with stocks continue as currencies drop this morning, come as NASDAQ 100 futures turn negative. Bloomberg has launched a new crypto newsletter, the essential read on the crypto universe, delivered straight to your inbox twice a week there, if you guys are interested in some crypto. Next thing here, markets are dropping. The standoff over Ukraine, coupled with pressure on growth stocks ahead of the Federal Reserve's imminent rate liftoff, has investors firmly in risk-off mode. Overnight, the MSCI Asia Pacific Index slipped 0.8%, while Japan's Topix Index closed 0.1% higher. Europe Stock 600 Index has tumbled 2.2% by 5:50 a.m. Eastern Time, with travel and tech names leading the losses. S&P futures pointed to a drop at the open. 10-year Treasury yield at 1.728%, and oil's closing in on $85 a barrel as gold's continuing to rise. Coming up there is Chicago Fed National Activity Index for November. Is coming out at 8:30. U.S. PMI is published at 9:45. The U.S. sells $54 billion of 2-year notes at 1 p.m., and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken speaks to European foreign ministers. Halliburton, Brown & Brown International Business Machines are among companies reporting results later today. Now let's take a look here at some of the top news. This is some of the stuff I want you guys put on your watch list this morning. Kohl's is soaring 27.3% in pre-market trading as takeover interest in the retailer ramps up. Starboard-backed Acacia Research is offering $64 per share for Kohl's, compared to its Friday's close of $46.84 a share. People familiar with the matter say private equity firm Sycamore Partners has reached out with the potential offer of at least $65 a share as well. Snapchat shares slid 5.3% in pre-market after it was downgraded to neutral from outperform, which sees various headwinds impacting the social media network operator's revenue growth. We can see Peloton there. Activist investor Blackwell's Capital is calling on Peloton to fire its CEO and seek a sale of the company. The fitness equipment maker's stock is down more than 80% from its all-time high as it struggles to deal with rapidly changing supply and demand dynamics. Peloton is falling over 2% here in the pre-market trading. Halliburton shares rose 1.5% in the pre-market after the oilfield service company beat top and bottom line estimates for the fourth quarter. Halliburton earned 36 cents per share, 2 cents a share above estimates. Demand for the company's services jumped as oil prices rose. Halliburton also raised its quarterly dividend to 12 cents per share from 4.5 cents a share. Next up here, Unilever shares are surging 6.6% in the pre-market. Put that ticker on your watch list along with Kohl's there, UL. Unilever shares surged 6.6% in the pre-market following reports that Nelson Peltz Train Partners has built up a stake in the consumer products giant. The size of the stake could not be determined, and Trian said it did not comment on market rumors when contacted by CNBC. Fox added 1.6% in pre-market trading after UBS upgraded the stock to buy from neutral. UBS said among traditional media companies, Fox is among the best poised to benefit from an acceleration in sports betting, and also pointed to Fox's strong position among pay TV providers. Another good one moving here, Discover Financial. We've been talking about that one. Haven't traded that one yet, but one to put on your watch list here. Discover Financial was upgraded to overweight from neutral at Piper Sandler, which cites several factors, including the financial services company's valuation. Discover gained 1.1% in pre-market trading. Coinbase, the cryptocurrency exchange operator, shares tumbled 7.8% in the pre-market, reflecting the downward move in crypto over the weekend and this morning, with Bitcoin touching its lowest level since July. MicroStrategy, the business analytics company that holds several $1 billion worth in Bitcoin, plunged 12.2% this morning. And Comcast, we got NBC Universal and CNBC Parent was upgraded to outperform from sector perform at RBC Capital, which thinks that subscriber growth concerns have been overblown. Comcast added 1.1% in pre-market trading. All right, now let's take a look at the top market movers here for the day. And as you guys can see, the ones that are gainers, most of them, anything under $10 is considered a penny stock. So the ones I want you guys to take a look at here as far as the gainer goes is Kohl's, ticker symbol KSS. As shares are up almost 32% here in pre-market hours. And then you can also look over there at, one of them that we've been looking at, that Microbot Medical, MBOT. That one gets some action there. You can put that one on just in case we want to see something going on with that later today. Over on the right there, you guys could see really that Blue Star Foods. That one was one that popped a couple 100% last week, pulled back. Hut and Mining, that's one of those meme stocks that people follow. That's down 14%. And that's really it on the market movers on this site here. Next one, let's go over the top upgrades, downgrades, initiations, and price target changes for today. So these are the things that you're going to be wanting to put on your watch list. Not everything. I'm going to go over the most important ones that I'm seeing here. So first off, Affirm. That was upgraded from an underweight to an equal weight and a price target of $72 there. Charter Communications was upgraded from a sector perform to outperform. Price target, though, was dropped there from $770 down to $690. Comcast was upgraded from a sector perform to outperform with a price target of $60. Discover Financial was upgraded from a neutral to overweight, and their price target was increased from $125 to $142 a share. Equifax was upgraded from neutral to outperform, and that price target dropped from $290 down to $280. Fox Corporation was upgraded by UBS from a neutral to buy, with a price target change from $42 up to $50. If we go down a little bit more there, M&T Bank was upgraded by Piper Sandler from a neutral to overweight, and that price target was raised from 170 to 190. Go down a little bit more there, you could see Splunk. That was upgraded from neutral to buy with a price target of 155 per share. All right, on to the next. So here are the top downgrades for the day. So you guys can see Netflix was downgraded again from a buy to a hold. Price target was dropped significantly there. I mean, look at that. Price target changed from $737 all the way down to $415 a share. That was downgraded by Jefferies. PPG Industries was downgraded by Wells Fargo from an overweight to an equal weight with a price target of $170 a share. And then you can see here we also have Snapchat was downgraded from an outperform to a neutral, and they lowered that price target down to $36. All right, here are some initiations. Here's some new initiations for today. And you guys remember, we've been talking about emerging markets for the past week and a half here, right? Take a look at what's on the initiations today. You could see Banco Bradesco. That was initiated to an overweight with a $5 target by Barclays. Banco Santander Brazil. That was initiated to an equal weight to $6. Now you see, these are all these institutional funds that are starting to come into the emerging markets because they've pulled back so much while the United States markets, the U.S. markets climbed so much over the past year. All these other countries were devastated because obviously they don't have the resources as we do. So they're usually the last ones to pick up here. So as our markets got a nice climb, around the world, global markets really haven't done much yet. So that's why they're talking about emerging markets. There's some areas for growth there after that pullback from the pandemic. So now what you're seeing there is Banco Santander Brazil, BSBR, upgraded to $6. Blue Owl Capital there initiated a buy, $18 target. Grab, Morgan Stanley initiated a overweight rating with $8.40. Share on that. We go down a little bit more, and you can see the other big one down there is Victoria's Secret. UBS initiated coverage on that with a neutral rating and a price target of $59 a share. Alrighty. Now let's go over some price target changes here. So first off, a big one that just came out now as we were going live was AbbVie. Morgan Stanley there changed that price target from $124 up to $142 a share. That's a nice move there. We'll take a look at AbbVie. Make sure you guys put that one on your watch list there. And then if we go down a little bit, you guys could see Biogen. The target was lowered from $325 a share down to $300 a share, but still has an outperform rating. And you guys could see Banner there too. Raymond James. Target price raised on that from $68 to $72 with a strong buy rating. Alrighty, let's go down to the bottom there. Allbirds, target lowered by JP Morgan Chase from $21 down to $17. Alrighty, here's what to watch now for the week. You guys know it's the start of the week here, so let's see what we want to be looking at here. So I just brought up Earnings Whisper. Here's the calendar here for the week here as far as earnings go. So this morning, we had earnings from Halliburton, and you guys remember we were just talking about it. They had a nice beat this morning. Shares started climbing. And you got a couple of the community banks down there that reported this morning. Today, after the bell, these are the ones I want you to keep an eye on here for some market movers. So these are going to be good ones that we could possibly day trade because of the volatility coming up with them going into earnings. So IBM's a good one to put on your watch list there. Okay, they're coming up with earnings after the bell today. Tomorrow morning, you have Johnson & Johnson, you have Verizon, you have GE, you have American Express, Lockheed Martin, 3M. Raytheon Technologies, as the markets pull back and as wars escalating there with Russia and Ukraine, take a look at Raytheon Technologies. They're the ones that make the missiles for all of our fighter jets and everything. So usually they get a nice little spike there whenever we're in some type of conflict. And then after the bell on Tuesday, we got Microsoft. We got Texas Instruments, which is one of the chip makers there. So put on TXN for Texas Instruments on your watch list there as well. Might be able to see some good movement there. Microsoft, though, is the big one tomorrow after the bell. All right, and then Wednesday we got Boeing in the morning. We got AT&T, which just had that big X dividend up last week. That one was a nice one there, a nice climb. We've been talking about that one for a bit. So then you also got Abbott, and Abbott's one of the largest COVID test manufacturers out there. They are the largest. So, depending on what you think with that Omicron surge there, how do you think Abbott's going to do this quarter after they just had record sales from, you guys know, you go to the Walgreens or anywhere, you can't get a COVID test, and Abbott's the one that makes them. So if Abbott is out of COVID tests because everything's selling off there, how do you think Abbott earnings are going to be? So that's definitely one we want to take a look at and watch this week there. And then after the bell on Wednesday, we have Tesla. Tesla's going to be the big one, followed by Intel. So Tesla, Intel, and then we have the Sands down there. So those are going to be the big ones after the bell on Wednesday, Tesla and Intel. Thursday morning, we got MasterCard, we got McDonald's, we got Valero, JetBlue, Altria, Southwest, Tractor Supply. And after the bell on Thursday, we got Apple. We got Robinhood. Robinhood shares have taken a beating. That's one I definitely want you guys to put on your watch list there. I think that one's going to be an easy one to trade off these lows here. She came all the way down to $12-13 a share after just being at, much higher numbers right after their IPO there. So you got Apple, Robinhood, Visa. Those are the top three we want to take a look at for Thursday. And then Friday, we got a lot more of the oil companies. You got Chevron, you got Caterpillar there, and we could certainly be watching those there on Friday. But for this week, I want you guys to be looking at IBM. I want you to look at Microsoft. I also want you to look at Texas Instruments, Boeing, Intel, Tesla, Abbott, MasterCard, McDonald's, JetBlue, Southwest. I also want you to put on your watch list Apple, Robinhood, and Visa. Those are going to be the main ones for this week, along with Caterpillar and Chevron on Friday. Alrighty, and then from Wall Street Bets here's a top sentiment for the past 12 hours of what they're talking about there. You guys could see Tesla. You could see GameStop, Corn. I haven't heard of Corn. I'll have to take a look at that one there. Apple, Netflix, Microsoft, Palantir, Robinhood, Oil, SoFi, Peloton, and gold. As gold continues to rise, we could certainly take a look at GLD. Some calls on that going out for a few weeks. So that's what I want you guys to take a look on. Down below there, you guys could see our watch list with Macy's also in the green this morning. Kohl's, Snapchat shares are pulling back here. Peloton, Halliburton, Unilever, Discover, Financial, Coinbase, Ford, and Lucid. So if you guys want to come join us, go to our website, breakingchartalerts.com. Use promo code WINTER, and that'll save you 35% off any membership for the lifetime of that membership. Come join us in the trade room, and make sure you guys download our app from the App Store there. Search for it. It's Breaking Chart Alerts. Download it for free. Once you become a member, you could log in and view everything right from the app. I hope everyone has a great day today. It's going to be an exciting week. We got a lot going on here, so be prepared and be ready for a volatile week here that we could capitalize on. I'll be live shortly. I hope everyone has a great day, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the trade room. Have a great day, guys. Let's make some money this week. Take care. God bless and stay safe.